Train Lover 1974 presents The Famous Visitor. All the engines were happy to see that Hank had finally returned to the island, as since he had been gone for a while, since the early 2000s. However, though, some people did question about Hank being back on Sodor, and questioned would there be any more American engines. However, though, Sir Topham Hatt was strongly against bringing any more American engines, as since the rebuild it took to rebuild Hank to be able to fit the British loading gauge was not cheap, and was very costly and expensive. However, he wasn't against allowing an American engine to come visit, similar to like how Flying Scotsman visited America. So, Sir Topham Hatt began to draw up some interesting plans. It was another beautiful day at the harbor. Donald was currently having some of his train loaded. Alright, Donald, there you go. Thank you, Joe. Honestly, we don't really know what to call you. We sometimes keep forgetting your name. Whatever. I don't care anyways. Oh, looks like a big load is coming in. I'll have to go deal with that. Hello, everyone. Oh, hello there, Emily. What brings you to this far side of the island? Well, I'm taking old Slow Coach out on a run. Indeed, and it's such a lovely day. Why are you taking old Slow Coach? Well, I needed some extra coaches for my passenger train, and old Slow Coach was only available. And she's extremely happy. Oh, I am. It feels good to be pulling passengers again. I have been used on passengers, but not many. So it feels good that I'm being used on them again. Well, I'm happy for the old Slow Coach. Well, I better be off. See you later, Donald. See you, Emily. Oh, that was interesting. Alright, we gotta be careful when unloading this. It's a very big engine. Wait, engine? Engine? I wonder who it could be. Maybe it's another engine to join us. I don't think so. Why would we get such another engine so soon? We just got Hank. Oh, it's a big one. Alright, we ready to unload? Right. Feels good to be back on dry rails. Oh, hello there. Oh my, holy crap, it's an American. American? We just got Hank. I'm sorry, did I do something wrong? Oh, no. No, we're so sorry. It's just, we just recently got an American engine here. We didn't expect to get another one so soon. Another American? There's another American engine living here? Well, sort of. Hang on, let me get you shunted out of the way. There you go. Thank you, Duck. Why are you called Duck? Well, engines used to say I waddle. I don't really, but I prefer Duck. My real name is Montague. Well, that's nice. Is my tender almost unloaded? Yeah, give me a moment. Don't mind him, he's a bit cranky. Did somebody say my name? No, not you, Cranky. I was talking about he was in the mood. No one ever wants to talk with me. So, who's this American engine you're talking about? Oh, his name is Hank. He came here recently, only about a month ago. Hank? I know him. I actually used to do some rail tours with him back in the day. Although I thought he disappeared. I think he went back to Pennsylvania for a while after leaving Sodor, and then he came back here recently. Oh, that's wonderful. Alright, we're unloading your tender. There's my beauty. Southern... What does that mean? Oh, it means for Southern Pacific. That was the company I worked for back on the American railroads. Oh, that's interesting. Don't worry, I'll get you coupled up to your tender. Thank you, Duck. No problem. No, I better be off. I have another train to go pick up. So, who are you? Well, I am Donald. I have it on my nameplates. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's fine. Alright, Donald, you're clear to go. Talk to you later, Daylight. Talk to you later, Daylight. Daylight was absolutely enjoying her visit. She loved traveling down the British countryside and meeting all the engines of Sodor. However, there were its problems. It was such as she wasn't allowed to travel on any of the bridges, as the bridges could not hold an American engine's weight. So this meant oftenly she was switched onto some of the smaller lines, which meant she couldn't really get a chance to run her wheels in, but she liked it nonetheless, happy she was being really useful. Soon, Hank would finally get to meet her. And it was a weird coincidence, too. Hank had to deliver a heavy goods train to Knapford, and that, by coincidence, is where he would meet up with her. Alright, gotta take this into the heart. Wonder whose train this is. Wait, Southern. No way! Hello, Daylight! Hank, it's so good to see you again. Well, it's good to see you too. I haven't seen you since I left Sodor back in 2012. Well, it's really good to see you again, Hank. But what are you doing on a goods train? I thought you would be on passenger detail, considering you were an express engine back in your day. Haha, yeah. My class might have been good with express trains, but I like pulling goods a little more. It's much more quieter work, and plus I don't have to deal with a lot of passengers. Plus, when I was retired back in the 60s, I did pull a lot of tourist trains, but it feels good to pull goods again. Well, I see, but it's really good to see you're okay. After you went to Sodor, we heard that you were planning on returning, but you never returned to our part of the line. I was sent off to another heritage railroad in Pennsylvania, so I was asked to pull tourist trains, until eventually I needed a boiler replacement around 2016. So I was put into retirement for a while, and then I finally came back here after Sir Topham Hatt gave me an overhaul. To rescale me into where now I fit the British loading gauge. Yeah, I did notice you do look a little different compared to your brothers and sisters. Indeed. What happened to you, though? Oh, the usual. I worked along the Southern Pacific line after you went to Sodor. However, though, I thought I was going to return to our Heritage Railroad, but yet we never went back. Yeah, that was because our old Heritage Railroad had to go out of business for some reason. I don't know why. So, what other adventures were you up to after you left Sodor? Well, I told Murdoch already, so you'll probably hear more from him. I'm just giving you a brief upon the story. However, there's more to it. I don't know. Well, I better be off. I hope we get to talk more, Daylight. I hope we do too, Hank. It feels so good to talk with him again. That night, Daylight returned to Titman's sheds, where some of the other engines were waiting for her. What was it like working on the American railroads? Oh, it's way different than compared to here. Much more wider open spaces than that. I worked more out west, like near California, and I'll tell you what, the deserts are torture sometimes. I sometimes would have to go a long time without water. How would you manage? Well, our class were designed that way. After all, we are streamliners. Oh, so you mean like Spencer? Somewhat. Us American streamliners are different. You should have seen the New York Central Dreyfuss Hudsons. They'd sometimes look like bullets. Do you mean like that one TV show character called Connor? Is he an actual engine? I believe he actually is. I think he's on a heritage railroad now near New York. Just like how Hank was. He was on a heritage railroad with me for a while. But he eventually came here, but from what he told me, he was sent somewhere else. Yeah, he had to be sent away because he couldn't fit our loading gauge. He even caused a bridge to collapse. Really? Yes, really. I tell you, it took days to repair it. And then not to mention the time he crashed outside the shed. Okay, that's a little unfair, Gordon. Like I said, it wasn't my fault I wasn't rescaled properly. I was like that one character in the Railway series. What was his name? Stanley? Yeah, Stanley. Wasn't my fault. Yes, to be fair, it wasn't your fault. But you still could have tried a little harder not to derail. What did you want me to do, Gordon? The switches weren't strong enough to hold my weight, and the bridges weren't strong enough to hold my weight either. Why do you think daylight isn't allowed on the bridges? Yeah, it's true. I'm not rescaled properly, but somehow these switches are able to hold my weight. That was because they were redesigned to be able to hold the weight of stronger engines. So this way that incident wouldn't happen again. I see. Well, I'm going to be doing another rail tour tomorrow. I wish you the best of luck. But remember, watch out for the bridges, because they cannot hold your weight. Is that a fat joke? No, I'm just letting you know. Now if you excuse me, I have to go to sleep. I have an express to pull tomorrow. I have to go to sleep too. Good night, everyone. Good night, Boko. Well, I'll see you guys later. I have a goods train to go take. Bye, you two. Well, I guess we're alone. Yeah. Listen, Daylight, I'm sorry I didn't tell you where I was. I wanted to, but I had no idea where you were. I assumed that you were back out west, so I knew it would be practically impossible to get a hold of you. Yeah, I could have sent you a letter, but, I don't have hands, and my driver didn't know how to send it to you because we didn't know where you were located exactly. So, I'm sorry for that. It's not your fault, Hank. Don't blame yourself. I could have tried to get in contact with you as well. But I've just missed you. I mean, you were one of my only friends back on the American Railroad. After, a lot of my class were sent for scrap. Yeah. It's great to see you again, Daylight. It's great to see you too. I will be only here for a couple more days, and then I have to go home. Wait, really? You've only been here for like 2 days. I know, but my railroad wants me back. So I'm going to need to go back probably tomorrow. Tomorrow or either the next day. Alright then. Good night, Daylight. Good night, Hank. On Daylight's final day on being on Sodor, a special event was held, the American Tour. Hank and Daylight would be asked to pull the express. I wish you the best of luck, you two, and remember, you must stay on the low line. No bridges. Yes, sir. And a good thing there's no tunnels for a while. What about Henry's Tunnel? That'll be along the other parts of the main line. We're going on another one. Fair enough. And the cavalcade set off. Meanwhile... Hang on, why am I being switched on this line, driver? We need to make room for the American train. But we're on the low line. Shouldn't we be on the main line? I don't know. Hang on, something doesn't feel right. I should be on the main line. They have to stay on this line because of the bridges. I think so too. I think we should reverse. I think it's a little too late. What the? Hang on, why are we on the main line? We should be on the lower line. Yeah, something isn't right. Oh no, you two need to stop, you're heading for the bridge! Holy crap, he's right. Stop, Daylight, stop! Daylight braked to a stop, and just in time, just as she was about to cross the bridge. Whew. Thank God. Oh, thank God you were able to stop. Yeah, why the heck was I switched on this line? Me and Hank were supposed to stay on the lower line for a while. Suddenly, a signalman came running up. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got the schedules mixed up. I am so sorry for that day. You could have caused a serious accident. That bridge could have given way under my weight. That bridge was only rebuilt a year ago, and like a month ago. You would have been fine to cross it once. Yeah, but it would have been unsafe. What if that bridge did give way? We're carrying a passenger train here. I'm so fired, aren't I? Yep, you are, laddie. Oh, jeez. The next day, some of the engines came to wish Daylight off. Goodbye, Daylight. Good luck back in America. I will. Goodbye, everyone. It was an honor to be here, and I hope I get to return soon. We hope you do return soon. Aye, you've been a real joy to be here. Goodbye, Daylight. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye, Daylight. Goodbye. Are you gonna be alright, Hank? Yeah, I'll be fine, Murdoch. I'm just gonna miss her. Especially felt good to see another American engine after so long. Oh, don't worry. She'll be alright. Now, come on. Let's head back to the sheds. Alright, then. Hank does still miss Daylight, but he's happy to know she's back home. And Hank knows Sodor is now his home.